Just the luck of the draw, and obviously one thing that I do want to talk about is that long bus ride that Mandan does have to take to get down here, about a 3-hour long bus ride. Get a little bit of that bus leg, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's how Davies was too. They started out slower, and then they picked up, so I'm guessing maybe Mandan will either come in with a fighting attitude or leave with a fighting attitude, one of the two.
Yeah, I mean, Davies, they were down 20-7 after the first quarter last year against Mandan. I could see a similar situation, but in favor of Davies this year, just strictly off of, the leg of the long bus drive.
One thing I do want to talk about is what are some players that you are going to keep your eye on this game?
Well, obviously, keep an eye on both of the quarterbacks, of course, like everybody normally does. Senior quarterbacks, Gage Brewer for Davies. That is going to be very interesting. The coach's son, Hudson Sheldon, is going to be the starter for Mandan. And we have the national anthem here coming soon.
Gotta love that American pride. American football, baby.
I think they're going to be...
Last thing here for the pregame show that we want to talk about is what do you think that final score will be? An important one.
I think it's going to be tough to predict a final score because it's the first game of the year. Not exactly sure what each team is. Mandan being the 3 seed, Davies being the 5 seed. I could see this being very close. Could come down to a field goal, maybe missed extra point. Could be something just that small.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 24-21 in favor of Davies.
I think we're going for... Just put it over here. See I'm walking in. One thing that I think that the score will end up being is probably around I'm going to say it's going to be a lower scoring game. I'm going to guess Davies. It depends. Depends if they get I think 16 for Davies.
Okay.
And then I think for Mandan, I'm going to go just a little bit less than Davies, but nothing too crazy.
Okay. I could see definitely a low-scoring game with new quarterbacks. But we got the national anthem, folks, and we'll be back after the national anthem for the game.
Mandan Braves and your Davies Eagles. The North Dakota High School Activities Association and the Eastern Dakota Conference encourage and promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We ask that you cheer for your team and be respectful of the opponent. As high school student athletes, they commit to fair play, responsibility, and respect. Both teams invite you to support their efforts. At this time, please stand if you're able. Remove your hats for the presentation of the colors by the Fargo Public Schools Air Force Junior ROTC under the direction of Colonel Stephen Muse and Chief Master Sergeant James Gibson. The color guard team is commanded by Cadet Nicholas Borowski, accompanied by Cadet Ashton Jofrion, Cadet Samuel Onion, and Cadet Xander Husso. Please remain standing and hold your applause until the color guard has left the field. number 23, J.C. Johnson. The Braves are coached by Todd Sheldon. Assistant coaches Dan Weisling, Henry Lau, Kevin Swan, Austin Pollock, Stephen Elkins, Skylar Bossert, Jaden Zittleman, George Lapka, and Reese Holhurst. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet your Davies Eagles offensive starters. Fullback, number 23, Zach Lilly. Wingback, number 7, Malachi Wermeyer. Slotback, number 13, Grant Josick. Wide receiver, number 15, Nick Hasbargen. Wide receiver, number 18, Maddox Maloney. Quarterback, number 12, Gage Brewer. At tackle, number 55, Andre Work. Guard, number 53, Gus Wermeyer. At center, number 52, Parker Worth. At guard, number 70, Blake McCarthy. And at the other tackle, number 50, Gunnar Majerus. The Eagles are coached by Wayne Wermeyer. Assistant coaches, Bruce Green, Eric Peterson, TJ Ash, Brad Heidelbaugh, Tony Fugelberg, Tyler Miller, Justin Wanzik, Phil Campbell, Kyle Christopherson, Gail Conlins, and Rob Jacobson.
Alright, we're back. John, Davies receiving to start the game. What are your thoughts? What do you expect to start the game?
I expect nothing too crazy, first drive, varsity drive. I think it's just going to be getting a feel for this season, see how all the components are working together.
So with the basics, or are we going trick play right away?
Basics, I would say. I'm expecting, honestly, to see a lot of QB powers this game.
Okay.
And a lot of screens.
Okay.
Those are my predictions.
I think to start the year, I expect a lot of runs. I think we're just going to play it safe. New quarterback. Try to get him warmed up. Try to get those nerves out to start the year.
All right. And it is kickoff time.
Got Grant Chosick and Daniel York to receive.
Kicking off for the Braves, number 16, Thomas Catalano.
Both are very dangerous return men. Due to the wind, we have somebody holding the football to start. Interesting.
Gotta love it. The final countdown coming in here.
It's a good song.
Used to be one of my favorites.
And number 13, Grant.
And we're off. Daniel York returning. Breaks a tackle. Ooh. Flag on the play to start.
Number 2, York on the return. There's a flag on the play.
Let's see what this is.
Not a bad return by a long shot.
Block in the back. It's going to put Davies they're kind of pinned back by the end zone now.
That's a tough way to start.
Looks like we're starting on the 10-yard line. Not great. Got 90 yards of the end zone.
Personally, I feel definitely run territory right now. Nothing too crazy.
Got Gage Brewer at quarterback. Zach Lilly behind him. Pitch to Grant Chosick. Breaks one tackle. Stuffed in the backfield.
Number 13, Grant Chosick.
It's going to be a loss of 3 to 4.
not a great first play. Hoping to see a little bit more energy than that.
Tackle on play by number 55, Austin Bay.
It's going to be second and, I believe, 15 for Davies. We might have to start throwing the ball sooner than we'd want. Gage throws a screen. It's going to be incomplete.
They're just.
I think the wind might be affecting him a little bit. The nerves, first time starting for varsity, I believe.
Yeah, in a tough position too, because first game experience as varsity, playing against a great team like Mandan, which was third last year.
Gage Brewer, senior. He's got good size to him. He can run the football. It's going to be a throw. The far side, Maddox, Maloney is incomplete.
Brings up fourth down.
You're going to have to punt the football into the wind. Not a great start.
Not a great start at all.
Not a great start. Luke Lorenz is going to be the punter.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, very windy here in Fargo, North Dakota today.
Luke Lorenz does have a good leg on him, but it's into the wind. Let's hope the snap is not over his head, folks.
Don't want to repeat.
Back to receive number 17, Paxton Olhauser.
Yeah, that wind is nasty.
Yep. That's just setting up Mandan with great field position.
Great start. Going to be starting on the 27-yard line. And they have the wind for them.
Luke Lorenz punt down on the 27-yard line.
This is not looking good for Davies.
It's tough. That penalty really did just kind of kill any momentum that they were going to have on that drive, sending them back to pretty much the 10-yard line. Got to play it safe, but just nothing really ended up happening there.
First and 10 for Mandan. Hudson Sheldon at quarterback. No receivers on the far side of the field. Oh, check. There's somebody motioning. It's going to be a throw to start the game. And he's sacked by Zach Lilly.
Beautiful to see Davies' defense coming in strong with the sack there.
He's a great football player, Zach Lilly. I expect big things from him in this game. It's going to be second and, 14? It's a great start for Davies' defense. Get some momentum back. Guy to watch behind Hudson Sheldon is J.C. Johnson, the running back. And he gets the handoff. Cuts it up the middle. Nothing going right there. Maybe gain of 2 yards.
One thing I've been seeing run up the middles just haven't really been working.
3rd and 12.
Doesn't matter which team, either if it's Davies or anyone else, just runs up the middle. Not a lot of yards.
It's going to be 3rd and 12. Great start for the Davies defense. You have to expect a throw here. Oh, potentially offsides.
Flag on the play.
Offsides. It's going to be on Davies. Riley Lang jumped.
Encroachment, Eagles.
It's going to give Mandan a more reasonable third down. It's going to be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Davies just has to control those penalties. They can't just keep giving them free yards.
This opens up the playbook a little bit because you're going to go for it on 4th down no matter what. They could run here. Let's pass. Quick pass to the right. Incomplete.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful job by Daniel York to force the incompletion.
This is played beautifully by Daniel. Watch this. Just a well-executed.
This is
thrown towards Paxton Olhauser.
York broke up the play.
I swear I wish we had replays. That way we could go over those plays, but that was beautiful textbook defense right there.
It's going to be 4th and 7 now for Mandan.
Davies just has to strengthen up here. Don't allow anything to happen.
It's going to be, I'm sure, a pass here. Trips in the bottom. He's rolling out to the left. Throws it on the run. He had a man, but slightly overthrew him. Nice job by Davies to force a turnover on downs.
Turnover and down. Davies Eagles.
Wind is going to be an
1st and
absolutely
10.
huge factor for tonight's game, whether it be offense, defense. It's gonna affect both sides of the ball.
The pass was towards Tristan Ulmer.
I personally could see that wind leading to maybe a good bit of interceptions tonight. Just the ball not going where the quarterback expects.
Not necessarily interceptions. I just think it's going to be a low-scoring game in general. 1st and 10 for Davies now.
I'll get to do that.
Gage Brewer hands it off to Zach Lilly. It's going to be a 2-yard, 3-yard gain.
Hey, 2-3 yards here and there. If you keep doing it consistently, you're getting that first down.
Got to get 3 yards consistently and you can get first downs. 2nd and 7 now. Maybe go play action. Maybe take a deep shot here.
Spice things up a little.
Yep. Diamond formation for Davies. Got 3 backs in the backfield next to Gage Brewer. It's going to be a handoff to Luke Lorenz, number 4. And it's stopped right away.
Number 4, Luke Lorenz on the
One thing
carry.
I'm seeing as this game is starting, both defenses have came in very solid. Davies and Mandan's really performing great.
I think due to the wind, both defenses are kind of really honing in on that run game.
Yeah, I think they just expect more runs than
Third down and
anything.
8, Eagles.
It's going to be 3rd and 7 for Davies. Now you almost have to throw the ball here.
Mm-hmm.
And into the wind is not going to be easy.
Yeah, also puts an easy read on the defense there.
It's going to be a screen. Grant Chosick, and he falls down.
Pass complete to number 13, Chosick.
It's going to be 4th and 10, and Davies is going to have to punt once again.
Probably could have been able to get some yardage if Steinhaus was able to get that block right there, but
Brings up 4th down and 10.
Got the spot he needed to get in. Read his keys well. Big play.
Back to receive for the Braves.
Number 17,
Olhauser.
Paxton Olhauser
Number
to
4,
return
Luke
for
Lorenz.
Mandan. Oh, it's
a little trick.
It's a fake. Oh, to Malachi Warmeyer. There we go. That's some energy.
Complete. Number 7.
Oh, there is a flag though. Oh, there's a flag. That could be a killer.
Back on the play by number 13,
Head coach
Belgard.
Meyer getting tricky here. How about this? The fake, well executed. Look at Malachi.
A legal man downfield.
Oh,
You know his low man downfield.
That's unfortunate for Davies. That was a great play call.
Mm-hmm.
And now,
Flags killing drives so far,
yeah, now Davies is basically forced to actually punt this time.
which is going to be very tricky with the wind again. How far are we thinking this one's going?
From a betting man, I'm thinking not as far as the return man is, because I'm not really sure what he's thinking. I think it's going to go maybe 25 yards.
Just give her the old boot.
Oh, snap over the head.
That was a problem in the JV game too. Don't like to see Varsity making those same mistakes.
It's going to be a safety for Davies. Mandan up 2-0 now.
Oh, just giving free points away is just something you don't want to be doing, especially this early.
That is unfortunate. Mandan got pretty lucky there with the fake punt. Unfortunately, called back, and now the ball snapped over the head of the punter. Now they get free 2 points.
Like I said, flag's been the drive killer so far. Mandan's still keeping a clean record though.
Now Davies is going to have to kick off to Mandan.
Hopefully Mandan just isn't able to capitalize on that. Otherwise, Davies is going to have a really rough start here.
Yeah. All right. Looks like Davies is going to have to kick off from the 20-yard line due to the safety. Thompson Fisher is going to be kicking off.
Gotta love those pink cleats. Stands out like a sore thumb.
Oh yeah, you know it's Thompson Fisher when you see the pink cleats on the field.
Love the style.
The senior kicker for Davies.
But see, the question is, does he have that dog in him?
Kicking off for the Eagles. Number
Kicking
20,
into the wind is
Thompson
scary once
Fisher.
again.
Well, soccer player. Maybe he's got a good leg to him.
Kind of a line driver. Returning. Mandan has a good tackle. The 51-yard line. That was number 14, Trinity Anderson on the return.
Tackle on the play by number 28, Reed Vining.
Reed Vining on the tackle. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Mandan on the 52-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Braves on Eagles' 48-yard line.
It's going to be interesting to see if Mandan uses this wind to their advantage and starts throwing the ball a little bit. It's going to be a pass to number 5, Jensen Schultz.
Sheldon's pass complete to number 5, Schultz.
One bad thing, obviously.
On the
Davies
tackle,
going
number
against
2,
the wind. They have
Daniel
that
York.
pass advantage because they aren't just throwing directly into the wind.
2nd and 3 for Mandan.
They'll come back to that.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line. Mandan Braves.
2nd and 3 for Mandan. I expect a handoff here. Ooh, it's going to be a bubble and caught short of the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of a yard. 3rd and 4.
Davies honestly pretty lucky
Sheldon's
that they got
pass
tripped up
complete
there
to
on his
number
own
14,
feet.
Anderson. Down on the play.
What do you expect here? 3rd and 4. Are we running the ball?
I think they're going to run the ball, play it safe.
Yeah, especially because you have 4th down as well.
Run a little bit of time off the clock too as well. Be a smart play.
Third and 4. False start. Number 42 for Mandan. That is going to be Wyatt Peel.
Well, that ruins Mandan's squeaky clean record right there.
The senior.
Davies having 3 penalties so far since the start of the game. Mandan with their first.
It's going to be 3rd and 7, I believe, for Mandan. Now I feel like they might throw maybe some screen here, try to get closer to that 1st down marker. It's going to be a pass. It's going to be a run. Nice job by Hudson Sheldon,
Number 10,
scrambling out of the
Sheldon on
pocket,
carry.
finding that open area and getting that 1st down.
First down,
Quarterback
Braves.
runs, like I said, are going to be the popular choice for plays, honestly, this game.
Hudson Sheldon, the son of Mandan's head coach, Todd Sheldon.
Fun fact.
Yep. He's a junior, 6'3". He's got some size to him.
All those 2 rushes, he got 32 yards and a touchdown. Very efficient.
1st and 10 for Mandan on the 39-yard line.
1st down and 10 for Mandan.
It's going to be a handoff to Johnson. 6-yard game.
That is a really good run up the middle right there. A lot of power behind that.
Nice tackle from Peter Havelka.
Number 51, Peter Havelka with a tackle.
Patient running.
Peter Havelka, the senior,
Cuts it up
he's also got some good size to him.
from him feeling and seeing. The feel in a great way.
If we do, I don't know.
It's going to be 2nd and 4 for Mandan. Man in motion. Takes a snap, handoff to Johnson. Backfield, great play.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about, that Davies defense just breaking their way on through.
Stop for a loss by number 15, Nick Hasbargen.
Nick Hasbargen on the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 7, I believe, for Mandan.
What do you think we're doing on this play?
Mandan, I believe you almost have to throw the ball. The run game isn't working as well as you'd hope it would. So maybe a quick screen here, maybe a bubble. It's going to be a pass. Oh, get away. And he cannot. He's going to be sacked once again.
See, now that's what you like to see. Done with that vision, being able to see that quarterback is trying to get out and being able to just wrap him up, stopping him from making the play.
Number 55, Andre Work.
Andre Work on the tackle. It's going to be 4th and 7 for Mandan.
Now this is where it gets tough in the terms of the play call. They just passed.
It's 4th down. You kind of have to pass.
Pass, or maybe do one of those QB powers that seem to work so well.
I think it's a little bit too risky to do anything like that from this far. But I expect nice throw. It's going to be a 1st down.
Pass complete to number 14, Anderson.
It's going to be Trinity Anderson on the catch.
Results in a 1st down, Braves.
Nice throw. Great throw by Hudson Sheldon.
Honestly, kind of digging Mandan's new quarterback. He's doing really well to start out.
Now, new set of downs for Mandan, 21-yard line. Close to the red zone.
No, really, all you can ask for a quarterback right now, especially starting, is just making those passes.
Keeps the chains moving,
as they say.
It's going to be handoff to Johnson up the middle. Nothing going. No yards on the play.
On the carry.
I think if you're running in the middle, you just got to, commit. You got to really lower your shoulders and just power on through.
On the tackle.
No fiddle farting around when you go up the
2nd
middle.
down and 10, Braves.
2nd and 10. Pass game has been working pretty well for Mandan. I think they should maybe open it up a little bit, open up this defense. Maybe take a shot to the end zone. You have 3 downs. You're going to go for it on 4th. I think you take a deep shot. It's going to be a pass. Tries to scramble. Peter Havelka is there. It's another sack for Davies. It's going to be 3rd and 13 now, and you're basically forced to pass.
Davies' defense has been doing great at containing that quarterback and not allowing him to break through.
That's why you keep your arms out when you hand fight. So
3rd and 13.
comes your direction, it's easily keep your distance. Because those linemen,
If I'm Mandan here, I'm trying to, complete some sort of short pass, get it to more of a manageable 4th down, and then maybe taking a shot to the end zone or going for that 1st down. Depends on how risky you want to get with this. It's going to be a pass. Sheldon's going to let it rip. It's going to be intercepted by Grant Chosick.
Now that is what I like to see.
Return to the 30-yard line. That is huge. Huge for Davies.
Intercepted by number 13.
What a catch. What an interception by Grant Chosick, the senior safety.
That's some textbook stuff right there. Keeping that vision out, seeing that ball coming towards him and getting that jump up to grab it.
It's a great way to get some momentum for Davies. Hopefully they get going now. Let's see some 1st downs. Start putting some plays together. It's 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line.
Starting in a great position, just can't get any flags off to start it.
Play it safe here.
7 seconds left in the 1st quarter. Here's Gage Brewer and Davies offense.
Hand off to Luke Lorenz to the right. Nothing going. Loss of 2 yards.
Number 4, Luke
Both
Lorenz
teams
on
kind of
the carry.
struggling to open up that run game for sure.
Number 42, Wyatt Field on the tackle.
I just love to see Gage, kind of get his footing in and start completing those easy passes, because then I think we can kind of contend with what Mandan's been doing.
Looks like Davies wants to take it to the end of the 1st quarter, which is going to be very nice for them.
Yep.
They're going to have the win.
Gonna have the wind, have that advantage for passing, and then also it'll give the guys a little bit of a rest.
So far, Mandan 2, Davies 0 at the end of the first quarter.
Mandan Braves 2, Davies Eagles 0.
All right, back here, start of the second quarter. Not a long break. 2nd and 12 for Davies. Now have the win with their advantage. It's going to be a quick screen out to Nick Hasbargen.
Engulfed, as they say.
It's going to be 3rd and 10, I believe, for Davies. Nope, 3rd and 9. Got a yard. Got a yard.
Respectable yard. But one thing I see Davies especially doing now that they have that win advantage is passing a lot more often. Before, they really just couldn't afford it. Now I think Gage can get his footing in at least a little bit and maybe start converting some of these simple passes and screens.
New running back behind Gage Brewer. It's going to be Malachi Warmeyer, Jr. It's going to be a pass. Gage is going to let it rip to Maddox Maloney. Nice catch, first down. Beautiful play. 1st and 10.
There we go. What you can say. The wind is going to be the number one. I know we talk about it a lot, but it's going to be like the number one thing that's going to affect how this game goes.
Looks like Maddox Maloney is down.
First down, Eagles.
Someone needs to get on the camera. Sorry, apparently our camera guy just decided to get up and leave. Oh, there we go.
All right, 1st and 10. Now you can see the play.
We do a lot over here.
And, nope. Pass to Luke Lorenz. Confused me.
Short pass complete to number 4, Lorenz.
Not really sure we called that to the short side of the field. Luke didn't have a lot of space to make a play. Looks like Maddox is going to be taken to potentially the locker room. I think potentially a concussion. It kind of looked like he was down for a little while and then shot his head up.
Yep, well.
Not sure he knows where he's at. 2nd and 11 for Davies.
There's really only one thing you can hope for when stuff like that happens, that it's just a zinger, but we'll keep you informed along the way.
New receiver in replace of Maddox is Daniel York, number 2, on the top of the screen. Throwing, nice broken tackle. That's going to be 1st down to Luke Lorenz.
Great to see Davies starting to finally move those chains here in the start of the second quarter.
Number 4, Luke Lorenz.
No, Luke is able to throw this football. Multiple good throws in a row. Getting to show his arm off a little bit.
Personally, I think it's going to be like this for the whole game. When the next quarter happens, I feel like it's going to be the same thing. Whoever has the advantage is going to be passing more.
Whoever has the wind is going to have a serious advantage, and luckily Davies has that for the 4th quarter.
And hopefully they're able to capitalize on it, unlike Mandan last quarter, which only got that one safety we gave him. Kind of sad to see that we gave him that all.
1st and 10 for Davies. It's going to be a handoff to Malachi Warmeyer. Beautiful, beautiful blocking up in the front. It's going to be a 1st down again. Just like that, Davies is opening up this football game, and they're opening up their playbook, clearly. 1st and 10.
Well, yeah, now that the runs are starting to finally get cooking, stuff's going to happen.
The O-line is getting hungry, folks. Potentially Mandan could be a little bit gassed up front. Maybe we continue the run game. Quarterback power.
Love to hear it.
It's going to be a throw. Grant Chosick. Looks like the same play from earlier that went to Luke Lorenz.
Yeah. Beautiful,
It's
just
gonna be a
quick
first down.
pass. Can't really go wrong.
It's a beautiful throw by Gage Brewer.
Just making those quick darts, boom, right there. Able to run for a couple yards.
He's just slicing and dicing this defense right now.
Davies just cooking up the field right now.
1st and 10 for Davies once again, getting close to that red zone. Hand off to Luke Lorenz to the right side. Beautiful block from Marco Wilmeyer, and he's gone. Luke Lorenz touchdown. Touchdown! First touchdown of the year. Very fun for Luke Lorenz, one of the best players in this football team. The captain. Very good football player. And now we're going to see the true superstar, Thompson Fisher, the kicker for Davies.
Beautiful to see. I see Davies definitely very much capitalizing on this advantage.
Gage Brewer, huge drive for him. Great throws. Now his confidence is much higher than when he started the game.
Well, like I said, first varsity start, I think he's finally getting his footing in.
Holder number 8, Jackson Sturma.
Here we go for the extra point.
Time to sit back, do the little ooh and ahs, see if we get it.
Oh, it is good. It hits the upright, but it does go through. Hey, he was just trying to have some fun with that extra point right there.
Exactly, he didn't want to make it look too easy.
Hey, as long as you make it, doesn't matter how ugly it is. 7-2 Davies in the second quarter. Looks like Max Maloney's back on the sideline.
9 minutes remaining in Q2. Beautiful drive overall, I will have to say, on Davies' part. Just constantly moving those chains. Like,
looks like Maddox Maloney could potentially be able to come back in this football game. That's really good news for Davies. He's a good player. The junior.
The zingers happen, but sometimes you just got to take a quick little break, walk it off, and then we're back.
All right, kicking off with the wind. I expect this thing to go out of the stadium.
Personally,
Kicking off for the Eagles,
I think it's going to go 500 miles.
Fisher. Deep for the Braves, number 14 Anderson, number 17 Olhauser.
I'm really liking the look of this Davies offense now. Now with the wind, that was a beautiful drive. Beautiful drive.
Yeah, no, pretty much converting almost every play. Not even having to take those second, third downs.
I'm curious to see how Mandan responds, though. With the without the wind now, it's going to be interesting to see if they can keep throwing the ball like they were in the first quarter.
I think they're going to have to get their footing, see how it's like passing against that wind. But afterwards, they might have that revenge arc.
Fisher kicking it through the end zone. That's what you want. You're getting it done. It's a touchback. Mandan is going to have the football, the 20-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, of course.
Now this is where it gets interesting. See how they respond to Davies' absolutely beautiful drive. Like literally textbook. Nothing went wrong there.
Hudson Sheldon, the quarterback. Going to be interesting to see if he can one-up Gage Brewer. Man in motion. Takes a snap, handoff, up the middle, stuffed right away. A host of Davies players in there.
Davies'
2nd and 11.
defense just still being very just tough, grounded, level-headed, just making those plays.
Chase Johnson on the carry.
Looks like there's a man down for Mandan. It's going to be one of their offensive linemen. I can't quite see the number.
Our cameraman needs to focus up here.
Looks like cameraman might be falling asleep on us, folks.
This does not look good for Mandan here.
It's going to be number 75, Leland Desolitz, the senior offensive lineman. Just being helped up now. He's walking off in his own power. That is good to see.
I think probably just got the wind knocked out of him.
He's jogging off the field.
Know from experience those hits can be quite tough. And especially if you do get pancaked, just get hit on the ground, it can take that wind out of you.
2nd and 11 for Mandan. It's going to be interesting to see if they attempt to pass here. Rolling out to the left. Hit when he threw. There's going to be a flag. Not exactly sure what it is. Potentially pass interference. Pass interference defense. Unfortunate for Davies.
Davies just been kind of rough with the flags today, honestly. I think
don't
that's
even
their
know.
4th flag. Mandan's still only with 1.
I'm not sure if that was even catchable, but potentially if the pass interference didn't happen, maybe he would have been closer to the football. I wasn't completely paying attention.
There's a lot of things going on at the field. Let's be honest here. And we don't have the replay systems and all that stuff, so, you know, it really is just first time have to get everything in.
First and 10 for the Braves.
1st and 10 for Mandan on the 34-yard line.
We're your local humble streaming people. We don't have anything too fancy over here.
Man in motion. It's going to be a pass. Ooh.
Oh, big sack.
Pass off. Beautiful job by Gus Warmeyer, the sophomore, getting in there.
Number 53, Gus Warmeyer.
As a sophomore, being able to do stuff like that, man has some power to him.
Yeah, he's a very, very strong football player. He's only a sophomore. He's got 2 extra years after this year. Very, very good to see him getting in there already.
Great to have Davies to at least have someone there in that position for a while, get a little bit of stability. I've seen him in the weight room myself. Bro's an absolute beast.
It's going to be 2nd and forever for Mandan.
2nd and $150 yards.
High snap, flag right away. Around the middle for about 2 yards. We'll see what this flag is.
Wish I brought my binoculars
Number
today.
45, Xander with the carry. Flag on the play.
Illegal motion?
Illegal shift on the Braves. That penalty is declined.
Illegal shift is declined. Mandan, it's going to be 3rd and I don't even know. So it's a long way. It's 3rd and 16, I believe.
Personally, I think we're still going with 3rd and $150.
It's going to be 3rd and 15 for Mandan. Basically forced to throw the ball into the wind. I could see potentially another turnover. You have to keep this ball safe, this Mandan quarterback.
I think you're probably just going to try to go for a drill pass, just something that's short, sweet, and just hope that the runner will be able to get a couple of those yards there.
If you get it close to that 1st down marker, you probably consider going for it in 4th.
I think that's really what they're going for there.
Man in motion. It's going to be a pass. Another sack. There is a flag in the backfield. Potentially holding an offense, which is going to get declined.
Number 55, Andre Work.
Wonderful job, Andre Work.
Flag on the play.
Great football player.
Holding on the Braves. That penalty's declined.
Holding is declined. This D-line is really getting after this offensive line for Mandan.
You know, for how big their offensive line is for Mandan, they really haven't been able to handle our D-line at all. They've been constantly being able to break through, get big sacks this entire game.
If we can continue this, I mean, we could really get away from this get away from this football game. I mean, we are stuffing them on defense right now. Their only points is because of a snap over the head on Davies.
Which was just a very unfortunate.
It's going to be a timeout for Davies.
Timeout on the field. Davies
Unfortunately.
Eagles.
7-2 Davies winning with 7 minutes left in the second quarter. What are you thinking here if you're Mandan? You have to punt. Momentum is all gone. Like, how do you find this momentum? Do you maybe send some blitzes on defense? What are we thinking here?
I'm thinking for their momentum builder that they're going to go for is they just have to be a little bit more aggressive. I get this is their first drive, especially into that wind, but they just have to be a little bit quicker. I think they're just taking too long of plays, allowing the D-line to just get through the O-line and being able to sack their quarterback.
Yeah, I think the quarterback's holding onto the ball a little bit too long. I think it's just the case of a first varsity football game for this quarterback. He's got to kind of get up to the speed of varsity. It's going to be a punt for Mandan. I don't.
Hopefully he brought his boot, folks, or otherwise
Really?
this is only going.
Is Mandan going for this?
Holy moly, bold choice.
Not exactly sure what's going on. Nope, it's a punt. It's just an interesting formation I've never seen before. Oh, back of the quarterback. Lipper Lentz picks the ball up and is running. That's not a touchdown for Davies. Lipper Lentz second touchdown.
Let's just
Wow, that was impressive. He tried to punt the ball and he hit the quarterback's butthole.
really unfortunate to see those punts. The punts against the wind have just been kind of sucking for both teams. But
Extra
Davies
point.
just capitalizing on these opportunities they've been getting.
On for the extra point.
It's going to be an
Number
extra
20,
point for Davies.
Fisher.
Thompson Fisher. Let's see if he maybe gets a smoother extra point.
Personally, I think he just wants to keep it interesting. Pink cleats are there, so
Almost blocked, but it is through the uprights a lot easier this time.
Point is good.
that's better to see.
52 to go in the second quarter. Davies Eagles 14.
14-2 Davies.
2.
What a great start for Davies.
Braves, number 14, Anderson, and number 17, Olhauser.
Thompson Fisher to kick off. 14-2 Davies.
Think we're getting another boot, another touchback.
Potentially. I mean, that's what I would do if I'm Thompson Fisher, but we'll see here. Looks like it did not go out of bounds, which is a lucky break for Davies. It almost went out.
Fisher's kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 Braves.
Definitely very lucky there for sure. So close. No.
First and 10 for Mandan.
Because right now, Davis has a lot of iron. You want things to get away from you.
Play like that, you gotta shake it off quickly. Here's Hudson Sheldon in the shotgun formation.
It's going to be a pass. Thrown to the far side to number 17, Paxton Olhauser.
Complete to number 17,
The senior.
Olhauser.
There we go. Maybe Mandan
And
will
York
finally
on
be
the
able to
tackle.
start build something here.
Good route. Solid.
I still can't believe what just happened. That was impressive. I mean, he punted it right into the quarterback. I've
think
never
it
seen
just-
that formation before. I'm not sure what Mandan was doing.
I think it was more of like a rugby type punt.
Yeah.
Just trying to get too fancy there. For how the wind's been, should have just done keep it safe.
2nd and 4. It's going to be passed once again to number 17, Paxton Olhauser.
Pass complete to number 17.
I'm liking these throws into the wind. Pretty impressive.
Going to tackle.
1st and 10 for Mandan.
Maybe this is Mandan's comeback arc here. Pretty much no score game for Mandan, just pretty much getting the points from that one safety from that bad snap. I think they're hoping to get something on the board here before half.
It's going to be a run. Johnson up the middle for 3 yards. 2nd and 7.
Jace Johnson
Can't go
on the
wrong with a
carry.
little 3-yard run.
Gain of 3 on the play.
In the right spots.
Less than 7 minutes left in the second quarter now.
Number 52, Parker Worth with the tackle.
Personally, I think Mandan just has to be able to establish both that passing and running game, kind of like Davies did on that one drive. They were just cooking in both dimensions right there.
2nd and 7 for Mandan. Another throw here. More of a deep shot. Just misses Trinity Anderson on that deep ball.
Sheldon's pass intended for number 14.
Not a bad throw into the wind.
Not a bad throw at all.
By number 5,
Coverage could have been a
Wicklow.
little bit tighter, I will say, on Davies' end. A little
Yeah.
loose there. Definitely, if he would have been able to get that ball, definitely would have been an easy haul in.
Could have been a touchdown. He had a little bit of separation from those cornerbacks.
Could have got a little old stiff arm and run.
3rd and 7 now for Mandan. It'll be interesting to see if they go with another pass. Because they could go for it on 4th here.
Personally, I think they just need to do a quick line and drive.
He's thrown into double coverage, almost intercepted again by Grant Chosick. Almost had his second one of the day.
So
Sheldon's
close.
pass intended for number 17.
That is a risky throw.
Broken up in a play by number
Like I
15,
said, should have just done a
Josic.
quick line and drive, honestly. Way better play call there.
Now 4th and 7. We'll see if they punt the ball here again and see if they can actually
Brings
punt
up 4th down and
correctly
7.
this time.
Personally, I think we go with how they did it last time.
I mean, that would be good for Davies, but Mandan, they need a nice punt here. Ooh, that punt went vertical. The wind stopped it right away. Kind of a lucky break, or lucky bounce, rather,
Yep.
for Mandan, starting on the 49-yard line.
But hey, you got to look on the bright side. It went forward.
Goes out of
Didn't- yeah,
bounds.
it didn't hit the quarterback this time.
49-yard line.
Imagine you're at practice and you just see that and coach is just staring at you.
1st and 10 for Davies.
What happens? It's what you do. Can you bounce back? Can you stop Davis from scoring 2 consecutive?
Mandan just needs a lucky bounce back. I just think they need to see more energizing defense.
Hand off to Grant Chosick on the left side. Nothing going.
Number 13, Grant Chosick with the carry.
I think we start to throw the ball a little bit more
14
here.
on the play.
And there you go. That's what I'm talking
I just like Gage Brewer, how he's been playing in this quarter.
Well, I like it. They're not going for anything too fancy. They're not going for really long passes like what Mandan's been doing. They've been just keeping it short and sweet, but
Back
just
on the
enough to get
play
those
by
first downs.
Rustin
That's really all you need. You
Vanderwall.
just need to move the sticks. Don't need to
Draining
be
the clock,
fancy.
yeah. Drain the clock and score points.
That's really the goal. 4:30 left in the second quarter.
Out the middle. That would be correct. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Stopped right away by these
Carry on the
Mandan
play
D
by
linemen.
Number 7, Wermeyer. No
Good to see
gain on the play.
Leland
Up 3rd and
Desilets
10.
back out there, though. Number 75 for
Back on
Mandan.
the play by
Looks like he's
number
okay.
75, Desolate.
You know, as a coach, it's really all you can ask for. The last thing you want to see is man down on the field.
because they felt it was exactly.
Especially for big boys, you know, taking those hits can sometimes be very hard on you.
Speaking of previous injuries. Maddox Maloney is back out there after being on the ground for a little while last drive. It's going to be read option. Gage Brewer running for the first time.
Number 10, Gage Brewer on the carry, keeper.
Nice run of about 5 yards.
Gain of 4 to play brings up 4th down and 6.
4th and 6 for Davies. You have to think it's going to be a pass here. Malachi Warmeyer coming in. A little bit of confusion. The refs right now, I believe. Oh, it's going to be a timeout for Davies. Okay.
I think they're just trying to run down that clock as much as they can. Yep. Don't give Mandan any opportunities.
Davies winning 14-2. 2:58 left in the second quarter.
What I would love to see right now is Davies being able to convert this, move the chains, and then they have a lot more time to run off that clock. But, you know, being safe is always an option, too, as well. Looks like we're starting again.
4th and 6 for Davies. Let's see what Coach Warmeyer drew up.
Bet it's something good.
Play action pass. Gage Brewer runs up the middle. Oh. It's going to be a little short of the first down.
Wait, he's got it right there. It's a first down.
I'm not sure.
I think
it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Personally, I think we're playing a little bit of game of bad spot.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure if the spot was 100% correct, but maybe his knee was down.
True. Got to take in the full story. Obviously, as much as we would like to hate on the refs, they do get to see a little bit more than we can.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for Mandan now.
See? If they were able to convert there, we could have been able to run off that clock, but now Mandan does have that opportunity to get a score in here before half.
It's going to be a timeout for Mandan.
Timeout on the field. Timeout, Braves.
Okay, we're back. 1st and 10, Mandan. 2:48 left in the second quarter.
Bar Mandan, aggressive, try to get some points in.
It's going to be a run with Johnson here, cutting back to the middle, finding some yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6.
Johnson on the carry.
Be interesting how Mandan responds, especially with kind of this pressure on their shoulders, that they kind of have to get that score in here.
Owen Holm getting the tackle. It's another sophomore. Lots of young D linemen getting a chance. Ooh, bad snap, a little low. Johnson's dove on it. It's going to be 3rd and long now.
That's kind of a killer right there. Really sent them back to where they're going to have to pass.
3rd and 15 now. forced to throw the football.
Braves.
Decent run to start the drive.
Now there's only a minute 47 left on the clock. Clock is running down.
Can't wait for halftime here. I'll get a couple of opinions then on how we've been thinking both sides have been doing so far.
Shotgun formation for Sheldon.
It's going to be a pass. Sheldon gets hit when he threw it.
No way.
And he... What just happened? Almost a pass deflection, but then it caught somehow by number 19, Rustin Mendenwald. I mean, that was magical right there. It's 4th and 1 now for Mandan.
That was both beautiful on the fact of Mandan's quarterback and the receiver there.
Now Mandan has to hurry up, though. There's only a minute left in the second quarter.
Great pass to see, though, for Mandan's quarterback, especially getting hit pretty much exactly when he threw it.
However, Mandan does have 2 timeouts. Run up the middle. It's going to be a first down.
A little convert there.
It's number 42, Wyatt Peel.
Number 42, Wyatt Peel on the play.
1st and 10, Mandan now.
First down, Braves.
It's going to be a timeout for Mandan. 49 seconds left in the second quarter.
Timeout,
One
Braves.
timeout remaining.
Timeout with 49 seconds left in the half. 14-2 as Mandan's trying to drive and cut into the lead before halftime.
What do you think we're cooking with here now if you were Mandan?
I mean, you have to start throwing the ball. You only have 49 seconds left and 1 timeout to move the ball 48 yards. Unless you are looking to get in field goal range and then just kick a field goal.
Mandan cheer squad really getting active now.
First and 10 for Mandan. Down 14-2. Looking to maybe score before halftime. They do start with the ball in the second half.
It's 1st and 10 for Mandan. It was a long catch by Rustin Mendenwald.
It's going to be a pass.
Nice rollout.
Rolling out of the pocket, throwing it deep. Good play by the corner. Potentially pass interference, but it was not called. Great play by Liam Wicklow. I think both got handsy, and that's why they didn't call the flag. I respect that from the refs, letting them play football.
And the last thing you want to have is just that pansy football. It's football, folks.
Now let them play football. 2nd and 10 now for Mandan. 40 seconds left, 1 timeout in the second quarter.
48-yard line of Davies.
Rolling out again. Beautiful throw to Trinity Anderson. Almost looked like he crossed the line of scrimmage, though, the quarterback. But they did not call it, so we are moving.
I think the refs are kind of just letting it go right now, just seeing what's going to happen here for these last 33 seconds. Mandan still with 1 timeout.
And once again, I respect it. 1st and 10 Mandan. It's going to be a pass. Rolling out to the left once again. It's going to run out of bounds. Nothing open. Playing it safe. 20 seconds left. Still 1 timeout.
Love that decision making from the quarterback, not allowing them to take any more time off the clock or having to waste that last time out for when they really need it, just accepting the fact and just running out.
It's going to be 2nd and 11 for Mandan. I like taking a shot to maybe Olhauser here on the top. He's been making some plays today, and that's what they're going to do. Pass to Olhauser, trying to break a tackle, not going to work. Mandan's going to have to call a timeout, and they will. No timeouts left, 12 seconds on the clock. Maybe a quick pass and then a field goal. Or a shot to the end zone.
That's the safe route, but I would love to see a shot to the end zone. Obviously, that win makes it tough to make that decision, but I think they need to have that touchdown going into that halftime. Just have a little bit more momentum coming back, a little bit more hype to the guys.
It's gonna be 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4, I believe, for Mandan. not too worried about the down right now. I think we're more worried about getting out of bounds or just, scoring.
Stand in the EDC. Get some grub and enjoy the evening. Also, pick up a 50-50 ticket while you're down there. Help support the athletic program.
I do indeed. Love doing some raffles.
12 seconds left. No timeouts for Mandan. They're going to have to quickly get out of bounds after a catch, take some shots to the end zone, make some magic happen. It's going to be a pass, of course, to the far side. Number 19 looks like he was tackled inbounds. Oh, beautiful job by the corner.
Pass complete to number 19, Mandan.
Now they're saying he was out of bounds. Not exactly sure what just happened. 1st and 10.
I don't agree with
I
that.
believe the clock stopped due to a first down.
Oh, there you go.
1st and 10, Mandan. It's going to be throw rolling out to the right. Is he going to run? Gets rid of it to the end zone. Deflection. Beautiful play by that cornerback, Daniel York. Nice job. And we're going to go into halftime up 14-2. Davies.
All right.
That is half.
Davies Eagles 14.
Halftime.
Mandan Braves 2.
Now, John, what should Mandan do to get back, get this football game a little closer, and potentially maybe win this football game?
If I was Mandan, first thing is just don't have the morale be low. Obviously, going in halftime at a deficit, obviously going to be thinking some of the more worse things could happen, but they just need to come back, fresh mindset as always. Coach give them a quick talking to. Personally, the areas that I'd like to see be played a little bit better by Mandan is just O-line. Can't let the D-line from Davies keep breaking through. I think that's been one of their main things. A lot of quarterback sacks on Mandan.
Yep.
And then, again, I think it's the game of the wind. Obviously, they'll have the wind advantage next quarter, so it'll be interesting to see.
Surprisingly, it looks like the wind has gone down, just kind of looking at the flags on the uprights. So potentially the wind isn't going to be as big as a factor as it was in the first half. Mandan down 14-2. I believe they can easily get back in this football game because of their pass game. I believe they have a great quarterback. They have great weapons. They just need to string some plays together.
And then for Davies, honestly, beautiful first half. Definitely not what a lot of people expected. Obviously, Mandan being that third, Davies being fifth. We're expecting a little bit more closer of a game, honestly, by half, but Davies just really getting their feet set in. Great run game all around, and really solid passing from Gage Brewer for his first varsity start.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow start to the game for Gage Brewer, but the wind was kind of in effect. Maybe he was a little bit nervous still. Because he had 3 incompletions in a row right away, I believe, and then he started, stringing some completions together, and now he looks fully comfortable. If you are Davies, what are you talking about at halftime?
Personally, I think what we're talking about is just talking about their successes, obviously, and keep them going, and then just come back. Even though they are up, I always like I said, fresh mindset, fresh slate, because pretty much half, it's a new start.
Yep.
Things can change so much during a halftime, so I think both teams are going to come back ready to fight. I don't feel anyone's ready to go home yet. So it's going to be a very energetic second half, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think act like it's a new game. Act like it's 0-0. Act like it's a new game, and you just have to win this half. If you win this half, you win the football game.
Yep. I just don't want to see Davies getting too comfortable.
Yep, can't get too comfortable. You're up by 12 points, only 2 scores. Mandan scores in their first drive. Guess what? It's a 1-score game. You just have to be, you still have to have that fire. You can't get too comfortable. And you have any other points?
No, I think we did a great overview. This has been Davies Live Network for your first half coverage. We are going to go on our halftime break. We'll be back a minute before it starts, give a little thoughts, and then we'll be ready to start that second half.
All right.
And we are back.
We're back. A minute left at halftime. Hopefully, Mandan's got some new energy.
They're going to need it.
Get some positive vibes over on that sideline. Down 14-2 to start the second half. They do get the ball.
Well, it is cooling down here, so when they're starting to get sweaty and stuff like that, it's not going to be hot. I see a little bit more energy coming out, hopefully a little bit more effort. Big thing. Hopefully address that O-line issue.
I think a major thing I've noticed is I don't believe there has been any injuries for either team that has kept a player out for the whole game.
Nope, just a couple wind knockouts.
Just, some small injuries that the players were fortunately able to come back from.
All right, looks like we are starting here, folks. We'll bring you back to the main cam, and this is going to be the second half. And again, quick apology for if there is any mic issues. It just happens.
Yeah. All right, here we go. The kickoff unit is slowly making their way onto the field.
I've been here for 5 hours, and it still doesn't seem like I can figure everything out.
Got the music bopping right now.
I'm
Good
really
crowd.
excited.
Pretty
Really
good crowd.
excited.
Pretty impressed to see lots of people coming to the game, even though school hasn't started yet.
Yep.
A good amount of fans in the student section, even though school hasn't been going.
Kicking off for the Eagles,
School for Davies
number
starts the
20,
28th.
Thompson
Yeah, on Monday.
Fisher. Deep for the Braves, number 14, Trinity Anderson. And number 17, Paxton Olhauser.
Trinity Anderson and Paxton Olhauser to return. Thompson Fisher to kick off. Hopefully it goes through the end zone for the third time.
Personally, I wanted to go through the uprights.
That would be impressive.
The pink cleats just add like an extra 20 yards to whatever kick he does. So
Yeah. Speaking of 20, that's his number.
it's just bound
Number
to be.
20. I could see a big return for Mandan here. They got some really good players back to return as long as Thompson Fisher keeps it within the stadium.
Get your hands in the air, folks.
Here we go. Second half has started. It's going to be returnable. It's going to be number 14, Trinity Anderson on the return. Cuts to the right. That's a good return. It's a good start to the drive.
Number 14, Trinity Anderson
Personally,
on the return.
If I was Thompson, just kick it to the end zone every time. Just keeps it so much safer.
1st and 10 off the good return from Trinity Anderson for Mandan. On the 33-yard line, Mandan down by 12.
And I do just want to apologize on the fact that our scoreboard's not working. We're hoping to get that working here soon. We will try to say the score a little bit more often this second half.
Oh, it's going to be a pass to start the drive. A flag thrown seems unnecessary. And we have a player down, number 17, Paxton Olhauser, getting up a little gingerly,
Flag on the play.
limping. Looks like he's probably going to go to the sideline. It's going to be pass interference defense. Not a fan of that call. I think it was just, making a football play. I think he was just trying to make sure the receiver
I know
didn't
it
get
was
the
a
ball.
lot of contact, but, it is a contact sport at the end of the day. So for stuff like that, I mean, it's tough. It's a tough call.
The fans did not like that call. 1st and 10 for Mandan off of the pass interference. Down by 12. It's going to be a pass. A little bit of a deep shot. Another pass interference. Seems kind of necessary in a way. I mean, he did kind of completely stop the receiver.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, these fans do not like the call again, but
That one makes a lot more sense.
from our view, it was a little bit more obvious. But
Yep.
I mean, the pass might not have been catchable, but that was pretty obvious in my book.
Yeah. Pretty clearly just receiver dead in the tracks in that one. Stopped like a deer in the headlights.
1st and 10 for Mandan off of a second defensive pass interference.
Flags just been killing Davies, honestly, this whole time. Obviously, Mandan not being able to convert, but
It's going to be another pass to start the drive. Beautiful play. It's going to be a sack in the backfield. Great job from Nick Hasbargen.
I know you like to go with what's been working, but that was a little too bold of a choice to go 3 pass plays in a row.
They were looking for another defensive pass interference potentially off of a 3rd pass. It's going to be 2nd and 16.
Well, I do have to say, so far from what I've been seeing, that O-line has been stepping up for Mandan, being able to protect the quarterback a lot more, being able to have him get off those passes that they've been doing.
Does Mandan decide to pass for a 4th time? Looks like they do. Roll it to the left. Turning on the Jets. Fumbles out of bounds. Decent gain, though, for the quarterback.
Sheldon on the keeper. Run out of the bounds by
That'll be Hudson Sheldon, the quarterback.
Well,
2nd and 9 for Mandan.
7 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd down and 9.
Once again, 14-2 Davies. Early in the 3rd quarter. Mandan driving, though.
A lot of energy coming back, I will say. They've been being able to move that chains. Obviously being helped, though, by Davies' flags.
3rd and 9. You have to think they go for it on 4th down. It's going to be a run to the right. Johnson, beautiful blocking, cuts up the field for a 1st down, potentially.
Just see where that spot's at.
Let's see where the spot is.
Number 13, Grant Chosick on the tackle.
And they signal a 1st down.
Chains have been moved.
Beautiful run.
Coming back with that energy. Great run game to open up. Beautiful passing.
Great run by Johnson, the junior running back.
Mandan's done a better job ever since probably the middle portion of that 2nd quarter.
1st and 10, getting close to that red zone.
Personally, do I think Mandan would have gotten this far without those flags from Davies? Who would have known? But that has definitely been in consideration here.
Definitely provided momentum. It's going to be a read option to the left. Another flag. I think that one does make sense. It's going to be a late hit on the quarterback from Nick Hasbargen.
On the play. Number 13, Chosick.
I'm not sure. Maybe the refs are considering picking up this flag. Could be targeting as well. Let's see here. Just a personal foul on Nick Hasbargen.
That's a tough one to see, especially on a veteran player like that. Should know a little bit better.
I think he's just making a football play. He's trying to get that quarterback. He's got the football in his hands. Obviously, he pitched the ball, but maybe he didn't notice in time.
It's hard to put on the brakes, especially when you got all that momentum behind you.
Now, Mandan inside the 10-yard line, down by 12. Opportunity to cut this to a one-score game. 1st and goal on the 9-yard line. Mandan has all the momentum right now. I wonder if they're going to pass this football again. It's been working. Nope, it's going to be run to Johnson. Cuts up the middle, nothing going.
Johnson on the carry.
Honestly, can't even complain, though. They've been able to move almost every play.
Nice tackle by Malachi Warmeyer to stop him for no gain. 2nd and goal from the 9.
2nd down and goal from the 9.
14-2 Davies.
Mandan on the cusp of being able to finally put up their first score of the game.
They do have the 2 from a safety where the snap was over the punter's head. It's going to be a jet to the right. Number 14, Trinity Anderson. Not a lot going again.
Runs, good to see Davies stopping them.
It's going to be now 3rd and goal from that 9-yard line. Davies starting to get a little momentum here.
I think they're probably going to end up going with a pass here. Last few runs just haven't been working. Only logical.
That wind is starting to pick up.
It is starting to pick up again. May become a factor. Had a little lull there at the end.
It's going to be rolling out to the left. Quarterback's going to keep it. Cutting up the field. Stop short. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 1 yard line. Hudson Sheldon on the run.
13, Chosick. Brings up 4th and goal from the 2 yard line.
Correction from the 2 yard line. It's going to be a little bit more difficult now. Can Davies put on the brakes and stop this Mandan offense?
It just depends if they can keep stopping their runs, because I feel like they're probably going to go for a run here.
The fans have some energy here.
Crowd
4th and
is
goal.
booming.
Run up the middle for the fullback. Looks like, is he in there? He stopped short. Turnover and downs, Davies football. Great job. You know, Davies struggling on that start of the drive, but guess what? You know, they were backed up. They were getting pushed back, and they held their ground.
Classic example of bend, don't break.
Bend but don't break. 1st and 10 for Davies. Got to be careful here, though.
Two really
end zone is
bad
right there.
plays on that drive, but Davies being able to finally stop Mandan right there in the end zone.
Backed up in their own end zone.
Interesting to see what Davies is going to go here for that play call.
I could see a blitz here from Mandan. They aren't. Low snap. Gage throwing. It's going to be overthrown. Tempted towards Maddox Maloney.
2nd down, 10 Eagles.
It's going to be now 2nd and 10.
You know, it's going to be a lot of pressure for Gage if he does go for that pass. You know, the last thing he wants is to get sacked and get another safety to Mandan.
2nd and 10. Davies up 14-2. Getting close to the middle of the 3rd quarter.
Davies just needs to get out of their own end zone, then I can see maybe something starting to cook with them.
They have the wind. A little bit of a low snap again. Brewer runs up the middle for a gain of about 1 or 2.
Tackle on the play by number
When you're that far
32,
backed up, really anything helps. Just get them out a little bit further, have a little bit less pressure of that safety.
Get ready for the 50-50 raffle drawing. At the next break, we'll call out the number.
Raffles coming shortly.
3rd and 9. Let's see if Davies can get this 1st down and keep the drive going. It's going to be a pass. Beautiful throw to Maddox Maloney for the 1st down. Gage Brewer getting it done.
It's exactly what you want to see from the quarterback right there. Taking his time, lining up that shot, boom, right into the receiver's hands, converting those chains.
Number 18, Maddox Maloney, 1st down, Eagles.
It's nice to see Maddox still playing after that scary shot earlier.
Davies now out of their end zone, out of that pressure area. Playbook opens up exponentially here. Now this is where we can start seeing some things get done.
It's like Daniel York is in on the top. Look for him to make a big play here soon. It's going to be a pass. Ooh, batted down at the line of scrimmage. Looks like by number 75.
First bat down of the game.
That was a risky throw right there. Attempted to Malachi Warmeyer.
You just get a mitt. When you can't get to the quarterback, what do? You throw your mitt.
It's the 6'1" Leland Desolates getting his hand on that one.
2nd and 10 for Davies, up 14-2. Halfway through the 3rd quarter.
2nd and 10.
It's going to be a flag on the play for Davies.
Flag on the play. False start, Eagles.
False start on Davies. It's going to move him back 5 yards.
Davies just been riddled with penalties this game. Mandan's still keeping really clean with, I think, only one this entire
only a
game.
couple penalties. 2nd and 15 now for Davies.
Davies getting closer to the double digits, so a penalty is not great to see, kind of killing them.
Man in motion, Luke Lorenz. Looks like Gage is stuffed in the backfield. A little bit of a read option. Unfortunately, did not work out.
51, Hunter Corbin.
Mandan's defense coming here to play this drive. Got the bat down and then the sack.
I believe that was Hunter Corbin on the sack.
Obviously, whatever coach said in the locker room worked for Mandan, because they're coming out here with a newfound energy.
Yeah, they got some fire to them. 3rd and 15 now for Davies. It's going to be a pass. Gage lets it rip over the middle, and it's going to be deflected. Attempted towards Grant Josick.
Ball's incomplete.
It's going to be now 4th and 15. Davies is on to punt.
Defense did a great job with that deflection. Otherwise, great pass still, I think, by Gage right there.
Back at punt formation, number 4, Luke Lorenz. Deep to receive, number 17, Peyton Olhauser.
Paxton Olhauser to return.
Punt deep for Davies.
Could be a big punt here because they have the wind.
Huge
Nice
punt.
booming punt. Olhauser to return. Going to the right. Good blocking. Gets all the way to 38-yard line. It's a great start for the drive for Mandan.
I think Mandan's really going to capitalize on this field position, especially with this newfound energy like we've been seeing with the defense. I think they're gonna get a score here.
Yeah, Davies 14-2 over Mandan. Halfway through the 3rd quarter. Mandan has time.
1st and 10 Braves.
They have
Eagles,
time, but
38
I think
yard
they would
line.
really like to see a score here, kind of get that momentum, get it to that more one-score game going into that 4th quarter.
See if they can build off of that strong first drive. False start. Mandan.
Penalty flags on the field.
It's going to move him back 5 yards. 1st and 15 now.
False start, Braves.
A little bit frustrating.
It is a little bit frustrating, but with experience, it's easy to get jumpy, especially when you want to get right there to meet and block.
Because as we said, you're on the 38. You're in prime position. You haven't even had a chance to run.
Does make it tough though. 15 yards now.
I would not be shocked to see a run here to maybe make it a little bit of a closer 2nd down play. And it is a run. Up the middle, and it is stuffed. Looks like Zach Lilly was there to make the tackle.
Davies ready for that play right there, just
number 23,
smashing him
Zach
right
Lilly.
away.
Loss of almost a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 16 now for Mandan.
Really impressed with Davies' defense so far today, though.
Yeah.
Very well at covering that middle ground, not letting many runs through.
Yeah, they've kept Mandan pretty one-dimensional with that passing game. Man in motion. It's going to be a pass. Letting it rip on the far side. Pretty good coverage by Daniel York. Not a lot of separation. Forces the incompletion.
Great coverage, good bat out.
Golden's pass intended for number 19,
That's stuff where if that
Wendell.
defense wasn't right
Broken
there,
up by the play by
easy
number
catch.
2, Dan York.
It's going to be 3rd and 16 for Mandan. Down by 12.
yeah, Davies being able to keep them to most of this passing game, they've really been able to control Mandan's offense.
It's going to be a run to the right. Kind of a surprise call. Johnson gets about 4.
It's
going to be about 4th and 12.
Clock still running down. 4 minutes left.
11.
Yeah, this third quarter is going pretty quick. Davies 14, Mandan 2 currently.
Wind does seem to be dying down again. Less breezy. Been picking up nonstop. Makes it hard, especially when you're a quarterback, to know what to expect in terms of wind and how it will affect your ball.
Pass. Rolling out to the left. Looks like he is going to throw it. He's got a man open. Number 14, Trinity Anderson.
That was
beautiful job by the quarterback rolling out and finding an open man.
That's great for the quarterback right there. Keeping his cool, making a great pass while running too.
Nice job by Grant Chosick to get there though and, you know, at least get him down. First and 10 from the 11-yard line, now in the red zone, threatening to score. It's going to be a run to the left, nothing there, Zach Lilly. Great job by Zach Lilly to stop Johnson in the backfield.
Davies' run defense has been something though today. It's been fantastic.
Second and 12 now for Mandan.
Number 23, Zach Lilly.
Great start for the 23 season.
Loss of 3 to play brings up second down, 13.
The size and strength, and then coming out with the speed.
I think Mandan definitely throws the ball here. It's been working. Nice, maybe a roll out to the right here. And that's what it's going to be. Rolling out to the right. Will he throw? No, he's going to run. Gets a good amount of yards on that. About 7-yard gain, 8-yard gain.
Hey, the closer they're getting, the closer they're getting to scoring.
Definitely a good choice by Hudson Sheldon. Get some yards.
One thing too, Mandan does have that ability to be able to reset their downs close to the end zone. So if they get like that one yard to the end zone, they do get a fresh set of downs.
5 yards away from the end zone. Potentially could see a fullback dive here, and that's what it's going to be. All the way down to the 1-yard line. It's a good run by the fullback.
Now see, here's the question. Is this going to be a bend or a break by Davies?
Kind of a late substitution for Davies here. Grant Chosick coming off. Getting an extra D lineman in there, expecting a run.
Stadium getting active again. This is huge for Mandan. If they score here, they're going into that fourth quarter with just a 1-score game if Davies doesn't put anything else up.
Potentially the same play I could see here. And it is. No, it's not. It's a pitch to the left. Johnson gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Mandan finally scoring on offense here. Starting to catch fire. It's now 14-8 with a minute 42 left in the third quarter.
Mandan is coming back now. They're in the game again. They have more control. They can play a little bit more aggressive now. You know, we've seen Fisher, but let's see how their kicker does. Who's that kicker, Levi?
Thomas Catalano. Extra point is good.
Beautiful.
As long as you make it, it's perfect.
Exactly.
1:42 to go.
You know, especially in high school, kicks can be hard, especially finding a kicker for a team. Sometimes you just find some random ones. Sometimes you can get a soccer player, but
now 14-9. Davies is up by 5. The minute 42 left in the third. Set to return. It's going to be Grant Chosick and Daniel York, both very dangerous returnmen.
the big question is going to be how does Davies respond to Mandan's new offensive that they've been putting on. what I've seen, their defense has gotten a little spark too, so it'll be interesting on what happens. Just, I can't see any more flags by Davies. They've been just riddled this game with just constant flags.
Kicking off for the Braves, number 16, Catalano. Deep for the Eagles, number 2, York, and number 13, Chaucick.
Catalano to kick off. Grant Chaucick is returning. Cutting back up middle. He almost seen daylight right there.
He almost did go over the horizon.
Makes it to the 26-yard line, and that's where Davies is going to start their drive.
Top 5 in the state rankings to start the season. Both these teams, state semifinals.
I could see a pass here.
First and
Try to
10
open up
Eagles
this defense,
from
get some
their own
momentum back.
27-yard line.
Well,
Maybe some trick play.
Davies has been able to keep a solid running and passing game, so they have a little bit more of an advantage over Mandan.
Single receiver on the bottom. It's going to be a pass to Nick Hasbargen. Incomplete.
Ooh,
Brewers pass intended.
a little low there.
15 has
A little bit of a low pass.
Ball's incomplete.
2nd and 10 now.
Sheldon so far 11 out of 24.
Just need to see a little bit more yip from Davies right now. They need to respond.
Is now 8 of 16. Or 62.
Zach Lilly, the running back in the backfield. It's going to be a pass again. Brewer looking for Max Maloney through the hands of his receiver. It's a good throw.
It was a good throw. Obviously, as receiver, can't carry everything in, but
That's one you wish you had back. That's one you wish you got. 3rd and 10 now.
Personally, I just need to see a move of the chains. I think a move of the chains will maybe get them going a little bit more, but right now they're kind of stalling out.
14-9 Davies. 1:27 left in the 3rd quarter. Gage Brewer back to pass. Letting it rip. Unfortunately overthrown towards Grant Chaucick on the wheel route there.
Number 13, Chaucick.
Hey,
Ball's
you know,
incomplete.
new quarterback, you know, can't make those really long throws
Brings
all
up
the time,
4th
but
down and 10.
I like to see that he's at least trying for it, you know.
3 passes in a row for Davies. Interesting
Very bold.
decision. 4th and 10 now. Davies set to punt. Could be a fake. Could
I
be
would
a
like
fake.
to see that. They had a great
Number 4,
fake
Luke
set up
Lorenz,
earlier that
punt
just happened to be
formation.
called back because of a flag.
Back for the Braves, number 17, Paxton Olhauser.
Luke Lorenz to punt. Nice booming punt.
Davies
Gonna be
right there. If they
Return to
can
the
get it.
right. Good return by Paxton Olhauser. Looks like Olhauser's a little bit slow to get up. Hopping on one leg to the sideline.
Went off early in the game, came back. He's a tough kid.
I think he'll be back. He is. He's
Blocking
I
the
think he will.
back. Blocking the back in return for Mandan's going to set him a little bit back.
Personally, I think that's what Davies needs. They need a little bit of that flag advantage. They've been kind of giving them the flag advantage. So
Once again, 14-9 Davies. 1:10 left in the 3rd quarter.
pushing them back just allows for more breathing room for the defense, being able to make a stop. Maybe set up Davies with some good field position here.
It's a little frustrating. Davies' offense unable to make anything happen with the wind in this 3rd quarter. It's going to be a run to with Johnson up the middle for no gain. Correction, maybe 1 yard.
Mandan's run game today just
Back
kind of
on play by number
subpar.
72,
Really
Riley
just been
Lang.
really shining in the pass area. The quarterback's been doing a great job. Receivers being able to carry it in.
Riley Lang with the tackle.
Riley Lang, he's a big junior.
It's good to see him getting in the game. Davies up by 5, looking to keep this lead. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. It's going to be roll out to the left, coming back to the right. Incomplete.
Almost another sack from Davies.
Hudson Sheldon really trying to make something happen in the backfield. He was rolling out to the left, comes back to the right, and unfortunately throws an incompletion.
What I like to see, Davies' defense finally starting to get back some more momentum, finally getting back again to the quarterback, being able to put more pressure on.
3rd and 9, Mandan down by 5.
19 seconds left in that third quarter.
Could be the last play potentially in the third quarter. It's going to be a timeout for Mandan.
Timeout on the field. Timeout. Braves.
All right, 3rd and 9, Mandan. Getting rid of the ball. Beautiful throw to the right side. Caught by Rustin Mendenwald.
Well,
Beautiful play.
that shows that timeout got him in the right position right there.
Good play call. 1st and 10, Mandan.
Braves.
Mandan now, though, only having 2 timeouts left for that fourth quarter. Davies keeping all 3 going in there.
Looks like Mandan has decided to bring it to the fourth quarter.
The Davies Eagles 14, Mandan Braves 9.
A little bit of sweet Carolina action right there. Great way to go into that fourth quarter.
1st and 10, Mandan. Davies up 14 to 9. Handoff up the middle. Stuffed again.
Stop at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 now for Mandan.
Gained a yard.
That's Wyatt Peel on the run, the fullback.
Both the Eagles on the tackle.
Front 7 has been the star of this game.
This D-line has been holding strong the whole game. Run game has not been going well for Mandan.
Mandan's starting to wake up offensively, defensively as well. Things are changing here. Touchdown will give the Braves the lead. 7-9.
Pass. Sheldon rolling out to the right. Finds some running room. Looks like he got that first down.
Sheldon on the
We'll say
keeper.
good job on the O-line there, being able to let him escape in the first place.
Nice job by Sheldon to get out of the pocket, scramble, and get a first down, extending the drive even more. Once again, 14-9, Davies.
If Mandan scores here, it is going to become a very interesting game for Davies to see how they will respond to that.
Davies not a ton of energy. Mandan has all the momentum. 1st and 10. Offsides, Riley Lang again. It's the second one of the day.
Get your 50-50 ticket out. The winning number tonight, 6166446. That number again, 6166446.
I was really hoping to win that raffle.
Yeah, you know, I think I wanted to win big.
Yeah.
But back to the game.
1st and 5, Mandan down by 5. It's gonna be a run to with Johnson up the middle.
Number 23 Johnson with it.
Kind of got a little tripped up there.
Good little run for Mandan, especially considering they haven't really been able to do too much when it comes to running.
Run by 3 yards. It's gonna be 2nd and 2 for Mandan.
Gain of 3 in a play.
All these runs, clock continuing to tick down. Already almost 2 minutes down.
It's great for Davies. Keep the clock going down. Doesn't matter what the score is at the end of the game as long as you come out with a win.
They just need to get a stop here.
2nd and 2. It's going to be a bubble on the left side. Great play by the defender.
Absolutely fantastic read on the defense.
Nick Hasbargen. Great job. 3rd and 4 now. Loss of 2.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nick Hasbargen.
Just need to keep this level of aggressiveness and just being able to keep them from turning over those chains.
It's going to be 3rd and 4. Davies up 14-9. Little under 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter. They have 2 downs here. Can do really whatever they want. It's going to be a pass. Quarterback is stuffed in the backfield. That is a sack. Davies finding some energy here.
Absolutely engulfed.
Andre Work, Gus Warmeyer back there.
Andre Work.
It's going to be 4th and 10 now for Mandan.
This is what I was talking about. Defense getting that energy. We just need to see the same from the offense. If the offense is able to pick up from this, they'll have pretty good field position. If they don't make it any further, I can see something happening for Davies. If they can bring this again to a 2-score game, it's looking really good for Davies.
Absolutely. 4th and 9. Mandan down by 5. Under 9 minutes left in this 4th quarter.
Crowd is bumbling.
It's going to be a pass. He's got a good arm to him. Throwing it to the left. It's going to be intercepted. Luke Lorenz. Honestly, it would have been better if he just batted that ball down. Started towards the middle of the field compared to the 15-yard line, but it's good for his stats. Yep.
Definitely could have got a lot better yardage if it would have just been batted down, but hey, an interception's always an interception. Good to see.
Now 1st and 10 for Davies. Up 14-9 with under 9 minutes left in this 4th quarter. They score again. Davies might pull away with this game, depending on how much time is left on the clock.
And remember, Davies is the underdog coming into this one, with Mandan being the 3rd in the conference, Davies being 5th.
Looks like a Mandan player is down. Looks like dealing with cramping. Got to stay hydrated during these games.
Got to have your electrolytes. Get a little salt in you.
Once again, Davies up 14-9. Under 9 minutes left to play in this 4th quarter. Davies has 3 timeouts. Mandan has only 2.
Davies does have a lot more control of that clock coming in here to that 4th quarter.
See if these runs start to pile up. See if they can get some yards.
I would love to see Davies' run game to see the same successes they have been seeing, because then that allows them to run that clock down so much more.
Here we go. 1st and 10. Gage Brewer at quarterback. It's going to be shuffle option to the left. Zach Lilly with the carry. Great block by Nick Hasberg, and Zach Lilly is going. He's gone. He's gone. 20, 15, 10. That's a touchdown for Zach Lilly. Amazing block by Nick Hasberg on the bottom.
That is what I'm talking about. It was a whole team effort. If it wasn't for that block, he wasn't seeing the end of the tunnel.
Great play call.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's an 85-yard touchdown.
An 85-yard touchdown. Unbelievable. Zach Lilly, great run, but it was fueled by a great block by Nick Hasbergen.
Huge for Davies. Huge.
They're going to point that out in film. They want that every play. That effort on the outside. Great block. Thompson Fisher for the extra point to make it 21-9. And of course he makes it. 21-9 Davies. Oh, he misses it.
No good.
From my angle, it looked like he drained it.
29 to go in the fourth quarter. Davies Eagles
Unfortunately misses it. 20-9. I jinxed him. It's my bad.
Hate to see the missed kick, but Davies brought it again. 8 minutes left, and now it is that 2-score game. The defense still just has to keep pounding at Mandan's offense, and I can see us coming away with the win here.
Fortunately for Mandan, it's an 11-point deficit. So if they get a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and then just a field goal, they tie it compared to 2 touchdowns. It's much easier.
Thompson's pink cleats just weren't lucky right there.
Unfortunately. Zach Lilly trying to catch his breath after that 85-yard touchdown run.
I mean, I would be too.
Yeah.
I'd be gassed.
Especially this late in the game. It's great to see him run away from those corners and safeties, even though he's a bigger running back.
Number 17, Peyton Olhauser.
Thompson Fisher set to kick off for Davies. Paxton Olhauser and Trinity Anderson to return.
Davies set to kick after the biggest play of the game, an 86-yard run for Zach Lilly. All-state performer last
We need a
season.
big return here for Mandan. Get some energy back into them. Looks like there is a flag down on the field. Not sure what it is.
A little hard to see from up here.
Looks like one of the players on the kickoff went a little bit too early. It's gonna
Davies and the refs have just not been having a great relationship tonight.
Yep.
Offside, Eagles.
It's going to be offside on Eagles. It's going to be redoing the kickoff, the 35-yard line. Now it's an even better opportunity for a good return and a good start to the drive for Mandan. Mandan going to be forced to start passing the football here, which is their strength.
I think officially now I could say comfortable that Davies has reached over 10 penalties for sure. Really bad to see.
It's going to be Paxton Olhauser on the return, breaking a tackle. Nice job of just making sure he doesn't break away, playing it safe. 44-yard line to start the drive. Nice strong return though by Paxton Olhauser.
This drive is going to be huge for Mandan. If they're able to come back with a score, they have a very easy chance of being able to either tie it or win the game.
20-9 Davies. 8:23 left in this fourth quarter. Mandan still has time. It's going to be a pass. He's unable to get it out in time. Andre Work, he's on fire, folks.
Sheldon sacked on the play.
Beautiful to see.
Andre Work.
If you're Hudson Sheldon, you got to get that ball out quicker.
Well, not just that, Davies has been able to absolutely control the quarterback today, in my opinion. Most of the sacks coming from them, a ton. Andre Work really showing his age in the game.
Yeah, the superstar senior. 2nd and 18 now for Mandan.
and then control him.
This D-line is really getting after the offensive line today.
Sets up second and long, shotgun.
It's going to be another pass. On your work. Almost got him again. Somebody else did. I'm not. Malachi Warmeyer on the sack.
Davies just going to town, not allowing anything happening. This defense is beautiful.
Correction, that was Riley Lang on the sack.
Going back to the speed it caused this sack.
Great job to see, or great to see Riley Lang getting a sack. It's his
Younger
first
player.
start for Varsity. It's going to be 3rd and 19, I believe, for Mandan. Down by 11 with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Clock is ticking.
And the crowd is getting into it, folks.
Need a big pass here. It's going to be a pass. Nice throw. Number 14, Trinity Anderson. It's going to be now 4th and manageable. Well, 4th and 4.
Huge play for Mandan there, making it to where it is more manageable for them to convert here. If not, it could have been a lot harder of a time for him.
Great throw by Hudson Sheldon, the quarterback.
Makes it a little bit harder on the defense to predict what they're going to do. They could go for a run at this distance now if they really felt like it.
Some good energy from the fans. 4th and 4. Davies up 20-9. Sheldon takes a snap. It's going to be another throw. Trying to make some magic happen. Trying to roll out. Not going to work. He's sacked for a 3rd time this drive. Incredible job by this D-line.
Oh, yeah, D-line just not allowing the quarterback to slip away and convert there. Now, Davies gets fantastic field position to start.
Coach Peterson, defensive coordinator, very, very happy with how the defense is playing today.
6 minutes remaining in that fourth quarter. Davies 20, Mandan 9. Still some time left in the game, but we do have to remember Davies does have all 3 of their timeouts. Mandan with only 2.
6 minutes left. You got to think Davies is looking to drain this clock, especially up by 2 scores.
Or score again.
Or score again and put this game away. Once again, Gage Brewer at quarterback, the senior. It's going to be a QB power to the left. Haven't seen many of those today.
Was expecting a lot more QB powers, especially considering such a strong part in their playbook it is, but
2nd and 8.
like I said, just playing that clock game, continue to run it down.
Very solid performance in his first start of his
20-9 Davies. 5:30 left in the fourth quarter. Clock is ticking. Just keep draining that clock. It's looking good for Davies.
I would love it if our scoreboard system would work so we wouldn't have to keep repeating ourselves, but you know, got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Gage Brewer hands it off. Luke Lorenz on the right side. Good blocking.
Good run.
It's a good
overall.
run, about 4 yards.
Carry.
Clock is still running. 3rd and about 3. 3rd and 4, correction.
Brings up 3rd down 4.
Honestly, probably the safest play here. Just drain that clock. See what Mandan does and responds. If we can stop them again after this, good chance we end up walking out of here with the win.
3rd and 4. You got to think we're running again. No reason to throw the ball. Keep this clock going, and it's been working. Looking at the clock and just letting it run down. Takes a snap up the middle. Zach Lilly breaks a tackle. It's going to be... No. Is the ball... Oh, nope. Looks like he was ruled down. Looks like he was ruled down. The ball came out late. 4th and 3, I believe, for Davies.
That's something you don't want to see. Even if he was down, that's still a little too close. You don't want that happening right now.
A little scary.
Shifter.
4th down and 3 for the Eagles.
Clock is really going down here. Less than 4 minutes. Davies up 20-9. They get a first down here. There's a good chance this one's over.
Personally, I know they want to keep running down the clock, but I think a short, simple pass here, not the worst idea to just convert and then allow them to keep doing the runs.
Looks like Warmeyer is going to be calling a timeout here. Just letting that clock run all the way down.
Timeout in the field.
Figure out the best play possible to get this first down and put this game away.
3:33 remaining for time. Davies 20, Mandan 9.
Fourth and 3 for Davies. They get this first down. Game potentially over, even though Mandan does have 2 timeouts, but they're down by 2 scores.
Honestly, yeah.
20-9. Davies up by 11.
Let's see what Worrymeyer crafted up with that timeout.
Fourth down here for Davies. 2 yards to go.
Looks like quick timeout. There's a football that went onto the field. Kids can't be throwing the football onto the field.
Exactly.
Rookie
Could have
mistake
messed
from
up
them.
the play right there.
4th and 3.
Man in motion.
Looks like they're running maybe a hard count. Are they snapping the ball?
From Brewer. 5 on the play clock.
Play clock winding down.
Okay, it looks like Davies is going to be punting the football and trying to pin Mandan deep. Interesting decision. I honestly don't mind the idea of trying to get that first down and putting the game away.
Yeah.
Once again, Davies 20, Mandan 9. 3:33 left in the 4th quarter.
I get they're playing it safe, but just the ability to be able to lock down a game is so huge.
Confirmation.
Davies accepted the delay of game, of course.
Axel
They
Hauser.
did not call another timeout. Good snap. Nice punt. Is it going to roll inside the 10? And it is. Beautiful punt down to the 9-yard line. Mandan's got a long field to get to the end zone.
Long field to go. 2 timeouts left. They don't really have much control of what happens right now. They're gonna have to be really good at their passes here. But the thing is, with how our defense has been able to push so far deep into that quarterback, cause so much pressure, it's gonna be a lot harder for Mandan now.
I think Mandan does what they do best. These nice little rollout passes. Get the quarterback in some space. Let him make plays. 1st and 10 from the 9-yard line. It's going to be a pass. Has a man. Oh, man open. It's going to be intercepted. Grant Chosick's 2nd interception of the day. Incredible play by the senior captain.
Grant Chosick is just showing them how it's done on defense. Boom,
This
right
defense has been unbelievable.
there. Well, hate to say it yet, but I just think Davies did a pretty good job at cementing their win right
They
there.
might have just put the game away. Davies 20, Mandan 9, up by 2 scores. 3:18 left in the 4th quarter. Mandan does have 2 timeouts left.
And don't go away. At the end of the game, we will have a little bit of end game coverage explaining our thoughts and how we thought both teams did.
Oh! A little bit of a shuffle option. Miscommunication between the quarterback and running back. Almost fumbled the football and gave Mandan another opportunity.
That would have been a classic reverse right there.
Covered by number 23. Zach
Good
Wilson.
thing got on that ball right
Timeout on the
away.
field.
That would have just sucked.
Looks like Johnson is dealing with some cramping issues once again. It's going to be, 2nd and 19 now for Davies. Not the greatest start.
Hey, these guys have been playing really hard. A little bit of cramping is just natural.
Mandan did call timeout, so the clock has stopped at 2:57. Correction, it is rolling now. 20-9 Davies.
Mandan has extra possessions. Mandan has not had any extra possessions in this game.
Davies taking their sweet time.
Davies offense protecting the football.
Snaps the ball, left to Lorenz, cuts up middle. Oh, sorry, correction. That's Malachi
Number
Warmeyer.
7, Warmeyer on the carry.
Got to get my eyes checked.
Yep.
Back on
Maybe
the
you
play
need
by number
glasses.
17, Olhauser.
Now it's going to be a timeout called by Mandan. Third
Timeout on the
and
field.
Timeout called.
Mandan
11.
Braves.
3rd and 12 for Davies.
It's a 20-9 lead for Davies.
20-9 Davies. 2:21 left in the fourth quarter.
Only one timeout left for Mandan. They only have one more time. They're able to stop that clock.
Mandan needs to stop Davies here, score quickly, and possibly they're basically forced to get that onside kick if
Yep.
they score.
It'll be interesting. If Mandan does, that would be a comeback of the century right there.
Mandan quarterback Hudson Sheldon does have 3 interceptions now in the game.
You know,
Those interceptions, the stats are a little deceiving. I think he's played a little bit better than the 3 interceptions he's thrown. Just some, young quarterback.
new quarterback
mistakes.
troubles. You can't be perfect.
First game of the
Obviously,
year.
Both teams having new quarterbacks, so it is really interesting to see them pitted together and see what's been happening here.
3rd and 12. Gage Brewer, the quarterback. This one handed off to Lorenz. Up the middle. Good run by Luke Lorenz.
Number 4, Luke Lorenz on the carry.
About a 7-yard carry. Mandan calls its last timeout. It's going to be 4th and 5 for Davies.
Describing this week 1 game in which Levi said every game matters, but
Personally, wouldn't it be against a little short little punt there? Get them back even further.
A short little punt. That would be pretty wild.
Honestly, it's not the worst idea.
I think Davies goes for the kill. They get that first down. Game would be over unless a botch snap.
Mm-hmm.
But all you have to do is kneel that football after this first down if they can get it.
Davies at 20, Mandan at 9. Fourth quarter, 2:13 left. Mandan, as you heard, is fresh out of timeouts. No more ability to control the clock. Davies still with 2.
Davies looking to put this game away. It's going to be 4th and 6 for Davies. Do they throw the football here? Do they try to get that first down?
Playing really savvy, really good, really hard-nosed defense.
coaches poll here in North Dakota. Carter Davies selected to finish first in the East and tied.
It's like number 87, Luke Sicknick, is on the bottom of the screen. Receiver, I think it's his first play in. Luke Lorenz in motion, takes a snap. Gage Brewer's going to throw the football. He's got a man open. Luke Lorenz, first down, and this game is effectively over.
Davies put the knife in the back of Mandan, finally finishing him.
First down, Eagles.
20, Davies.
On the play by number
Mandan has
14,
9.
Eagles.
That's going to likely be the end, or the final score.
No, Davies possibly
First
could
goal for the
put it in.
Eagles from the 4-yard line.
I would be pretty surprised.
Get that
Nope,
last.
it looks
little
like Davies is in victory formation like expected.
Victory formation.
As long as they do not botch the snap, this is going to be the final score.
botch
Davies
snap
20,
on victory
Mandan 9.
There's the knee from Gage Brewer. His first start at the Varsity.
Number 10, Brewer.
Gage Brewer going to get the win. First varsity game. Great job by Davies.
Still, obviously, a minute left. No more control on Mandan's side. 0
Second and
timeouts.
goal from the
It's been a
5.
great game.
Yeah, Davies the underdog in this one. The 5 seed knocking off the 3 seed in the first game of the year.
Great way.
Setting the tone.
Yeah, great way to start the year for Davies. showing them that even though they had a lot of changes, almost a completely new O-line, just it's just been great. Great game. Great energy.
Brewer.
They're going to have to kneel the ball one more time.
One more time, and then we'll do our end game coverage.
Davies starting off the year 1-0 for the first time in, I believe, 3 years.
All right.
Here we go. End game report. John, what are your thoughts on the game overall?
My thoughts on the game, I have to say Davies' defense, beautiful today. What was it, 3 interceptions?
3 interceptions.
And just overall fantastic quarterback control by that D-line. It was just beautiful to see.
Multiple sacks. Very, very impressive.
Davies also being able to control Mandan's defense by being able to both run and pass, having more of a dual threat, where Mandan's really was restricted at the fact that they were really only seeing the most success with passes.
Yeah.
Thanks again for supporting.
I liked how
Davies Eagles.
Davies, they were able to run and throw the ball, like you said. It really just, it opened up that defense, and Davies could kind of do pretty much anything they wanted in that second half.
Mm-hmm.
Mandan kind of forced to throw the ball most of the game. That D-line was just really getting after that O-line and beating them on the line of scrimmage. And as you know, line of scrimmage is the most important. If you win that line of scrimmage, then you will likely win the game. Once again, Davies 20, Mandan 9. Held Mandan to less than 10 points. Very impressive.
Really impressive. And when you consider that 2 of those points is from just a freak accident by just a bad snap and them getting a safety, they really only did make 1 touchdown this whole game.
Yeah. So,
well, this has been your Davies Live Network coming with you with the first varsity game of the season. Mandan got a long 3-hour bus ride ahead of them.
yeah.
It'll be interesting.
A little bit of a rough bus ride on the way home after a loss. I've experienced that a couple times.
Well, that was last year for us.
Yep.
But
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining. And we'll see you guys